Round 4 of the Daytona Super Champs here at Daytona Sandown Park. Let's talk you through the grid for the D-Max competitors. Paul Juliet and Andy Fryer on the front row of the grid. Barry Weller and Joe Williams pair up together on the second row. Richard Snow goes off P5 ahead of Andy Berry. On row 4 it's Stuart Shearman and Philip Randall. Rounding out the top 10, Lee Whitney goes up alongside Garrett Berry. On row 6 it's Casper Marriott side by side with Ollie Hood. Then it's Matthew Plum alongside Tom Angier in 14th. And now we go to the Sony Kart RT8 grid. William Pebble grabs the pole position for this alongside Sam Cole. Murphy Aldridge is third ahead of Sonny Elston. Row 3 it's Ralph Leckie alongside Ollie Bishop. And on row 4 we'll see Craig Nunez go up alongside Charlie Fenton. Then it's Justin Elliott to round out the top 10 alongside Lewis Barton. And on P11 it's Barry Morris alongside Brian Alexander. Row 7 it's James Bettison alongside Kim Ely. And it's an all Macaulay. Row 8 Arnold is just a whisker in front of Leon. Then it's Adam Thomas in 17th ahead of James Suckling. And rounding out the field it's Emmett Cummings from P19. So Julia in pole position and then Fryer alongside. This could be a really interesting race. They're going to come off the tight hairpin and onto the rolling start. Some drivers' races will actually start about nowish as they get onto the throttle. Green flag flies and away we go down to the first corner. Now on board with Tom Angier. There's a real bottleneck down towards the first corner. Looks as though Angier's got an absolute flyer. Look at him around the outside. Plenty of grip and he's actually going to sail into, what is that, 5th position. He's now going to make the dive for the inside for P4. Might even carry the speed through. Now off go the Sony Kart RT8s and they're going to charge their way down. We're on board with Kim Ely and she is getting a pretty good start on the inside of Brian Alexander, and that is going to be a tight one for her to get past. Alexander shuts the door up towards the hairpin. Turn 2 gets through, no problem at all, and past Morris. So Barry Morris drifts wide and that gives Ely the chance to get past them both. Now Angier is really going for this now. Into 3rd position he has come and is already starting to get the move on Joe Williams, lined up for 2nd place. Williams moves across, tries to get his known racing line, but Angier's going to commit to the move on the inside line and takes 2nd place, no problem at all. Here comes Kim Ely on the inside of Justin Elliott, and that will be a neat overtake, no problem at all. Now here's Ralph Leckie trying to get the move on the inside of Sonny Elston. Well, that was pretty neat sailing, wasn't it? Straight on the inside in the right-hander and then closes the door on the left. Very nicely handled. Here's Angier again on Williams. Oh, and who's that that's joined the party? Looks like Williams managing to get his way back past again. So Angier had got past Williams. Williams retaking the place and Leckie having a real squabble with Craig Nunez at the moment. So Nunez trying to hold station. They're side by side as the leaders in D-Max are trying to sail past these guys now. So this is a really big problem. Angier just trying to cut his way through the traffic smartly without having too many fisticuffs out there. So the D-Max leaders are making their way through the Sony Kart RT8s and they've got to pick their moments wisely here because this could really shut their races down. Angier's now got an opportunity. On with Ollie Hood. They're going to be side by side. Ollie Hood having hit the front, but Angier's got him. On the way out of the turn, I think Ollie Hood tripped over a back marker, just the slightest bit there. And Philip Randall is starting to gain ground on them as well. This is the key factor in these Super Champs races. The traffic dynamic really does give all sorts of opportunities to those drivers who are battling for position. So Angier leads, Hood in 2nd, and then it is Philip Randall. A big battle between these two. That was a little bit of nudging and pushing and shoving. Angier puts his hand in the air as if to say, come on, mate. This isn't boxing. This is karting. And they're battling. Oh, his hand is in the air. Yellow flags, yellow flags. So that's going to neutralise the fight a little. Meanwhile, we've got this terrific scrap going on between, that is Joe Williams. This time he's battling away with Matthew Plum. And they're having an absolute dogfight as they duel away for position. They cut through the right-hander at turn 2, up towards the left at turn 3. The leaders trying to work their way through the oh no, that is Ollie Hood. Ollie Hood, it looks like he's going to be out of the race. Car has come to a stop. I mean, hopefully they'll be able to get a new one out to him, but that's cost him any chance of being competitive in this one. So a really big problem, but it's going to be these two, Plum versus Williams, as they continue their fight for P4 behind the leading trio of Angier, Hood and Randall. So this is quite the squabble. Meanwhile, we've got a terrific battle going on, not just in the D-Max, but also in the Sony Kart squabble. We want to try and pick up the leader, Sam Cole, who is having a really good race of it. The fields are The field is still quite spread out. Yellow flags around the circuit at certain points. But there is Sam Cole. There he is. We picked him up, and he is absolutely storming away in the Sodi kart battle. But there is a terrific battle going on further back. This is Ralph Leckie trying to make his move on Ollie Bishop. Oh, very nicely handled. In fact, getting up the inside of another opponent to get through at the same time. I think it was a back marker he just took on there. So that was nicely done on Sonny Elston. Elston coming back at him though. Elston's trying to come back through. So Elston is there in position, very nicely handled, but it's Tom Angier who comes out of the final turn, takes the victory here at Daytona Sandown Park, his first win of the year. Brilliant drive! And a truly awesome win for Sam Cole in Sodi.
Great race. Qualifying was a bit of a disaster, but yeah, turn 1 and 2 went rather well, so I felt really pleased with the kart, and really at home on track, and yeah, came home. Didn't expect to be on the podium at all this year, so to win it, I'm really pleased.
So what's the plan for round 5?
More of the same, hopefully, but yeah, we'll see. It's a bit more practice, and yeah, but definitely back for round 5.
So Plum leads by just 3 points to Angier. Simmons and Williams in the top 5 from Philip Randall, and Ollie Hood, who got going again, finished a minute off the lead, but it's kept his championship chances very much alive as we head to round 5 of the championship. Not bad racing from our D-Max Lights, and Tom Angier closing in on Matthew Plum's lead. Very exciting stuff as we approach the next round of the series.
It was a great race. It was a blend of the Sodi and D-Max karts, so every lap meant constant passing and always having to look in front and behind.
What happened?
I didn't pass enough. It was hard to keep track of where you were, given there's so many cars out there. But it was an even race. Everybody respected the rules. And it made it really fun.
Back for more?
Definitely back for more. So heading out to Milton Keynes next time, and look forward to coming back to Sandown Park as well.
So Sam Cole taking the victory by 10 seconds over Murphy Aldridge. That's critical from his point of view, ahead of Charlie Fenton, Ralph Leckie, Ollie Bishop, and that lady again, Kim Ely.
Charlie, it's only your second time back at Sandown Park, so how was it doing the championship round?
I could not describe on what was going down out there. Literally had so much fun, especially between me and Murphy. We had a right go at each other, but he just pinned me at the end. The track is amazing, and it's just as I remembered. And last time I came was in the Pro Kart days, and last time I ended up in the wall. So coming back here after all these years and getting a podium, what a turnaround.
Yeah, it was a good race for me overall. I think struggled a little bit in the beginning with the kart, struggled in the straight line, but overall the pace was pretty good, pretty consistent, so I was able to really stay in position overall, but pushing with the guys at the front was good fun. I enjoyed that, but in a straight line they just went straight by. I couldn't really do much with them, so, but yeah, I enjoyed it all. So
Back for round 5?
Yeah, possibly. I'm looking forward on the calendar. I'll have a look to see if I can squeeze it in. I'm still doing the in-kart, so going to see if I can maybe squeeze this in as well.
So as you can see, Barry Morris has a 33-point advantage over Justin Elliott. Emmett Cummings is third ahead of Douglas Willingale and Arden McCauley. Catch you next time for round 5 of 2020.